UN's Special Rapporteur on extrajudicial summary or arbitrary executions has just ended a 2-week visit to Nigeria. Agnes Callamard has been looking at alleged abuses committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. Well, Callamard is warning the Nigerian government to address what she's calling a pressure cooker of violence that is claiming thousands of lives. Her report also highlights excessive use of force by police, leading to killings and lack of investigations and prosecutions for those committing human rights abuses. Well, Callamard says she found an absence of accountability and a lack of justice for victims. Well, Agnes Callamard joins us live now from Abuja. Agnes, thank you very much for joining us on the programme. That is a pretty long list there. Tell us more about what your visit to Nigeria has uncovered. I noticed the phrase in your press conference earlier, a pressure cooker of violence. So what did you find?
Well, I could not really use any other words than pressure cooker. I have found localized and countrywide patterns of violence that are simmering. And my main concerns with those localized and countrywide systems of violence is that they are now taking place in a context characterized by population explosion, by an increased number of people living in extreme poverty, by the proliferation of weapons coming from throughout the region of West Africa, and by the environmental degradations. So those external pressure applied on top of those ecosystems, eco-political systems of violence are ready to conflagrate, to explode in a way which I don't think we have yet completely understood. So my preliminary finding today was really to issue this warning both to the government and to the international community. There is in Nigeria a pressure cooker that, if it is unchecked, could have ripple effect throughout the regions. And now is the time to prioritize the rule of law and accountability for the people of Nigeria.
Agnes, you used the word crisis and said in your press conference that, you don't want the government to pretend this is not a crisis. But how do they view the situation that you bring up in your report?
Well, you will have to ask them. I don't think I have made any sharp or stark revelations to the government. Whether or not authorities are willing to admit the extent of the problem is a different matter. But in all my meetings with officials, in the majority of my meetings with officials, there is an acknowledgement of the scale and the extent of the problems. That gives me some hope that the authorities, with the necessary leadership and political will be able to begin a roadmap towards addressing the lack of accountability, towards ensuring that killings, particularly by the police, but not only, that all the killings are investigated, that the systemic factors such as the lack of resources of the police, the lack of training, that all those resources issues are addressed. Let me remind you that Nigeria is a middle-income country. So I have approached the questions of arbitrary killings within that context, and what I have found is not in keeping with what I would expect from a middle-income country.
So Agnes Callamard, is what you're saying that there are resources that can be put to work in solving some of these problems, but the right priorities are perhaps not being made?
Yes, I believe that at the moment the rule of law and accountability have not been sufficiently prioritized. I can take for proof the fact that in 2006, one of my predecessors went on a mission, and when I compare what he has found with what I have found, there are so little differences between the two reports. It is shocking. They are 15 years apart. So now is the time to prioritize the rule of law and accountability. There is a securitization strategy to address many problems, but security without accountability is not a solution for the long term. I'm not even sure it's a solution for the short term. It's just a containment policy. A containment in 2019, when the country is confronting the global processes I have identified of population explosion, increased poverty, environmental degradation, that containment policy is not going to work. Is not going to work. So it is time, more than time, too much time has been wasted. It is time to prioritize the rule of law and accountability for the people of Nigeria, particularly for the 49 millions that are living in extreme poverty.
Did you find that there was any positive change?
Yes. Yes, I have found a few positive changes. Now, for instance, in the Northeast, you were mentioning the conflict against Boko Haram. In 2015-2016, that region was at the center of many concerns for human rights violations by Boko Haram, of course, but also by the security agencies. There was a vast number of allegations of arbitrary killing, disproportionate, indiscriminate bombing, disappearances, death in custody, massive death in custody, in fact. Now, those problems have not been investigated, and there is still not any accountability for those past violations. But the progress resides in the fact that allegations over the last 2 years, 2018 and 2019, have decreased. So, for instance, allegations of arbitrary deprivation of life there are far less of them than there were 3 years ago. That I take as a positive sign. Now I would like these positive signs to be, to those positive signs, I would like to see steps taken to ensure accountability for past crimes. I would particularly like the many disappearances that have been brought to my attention by the children, the wives, the daughters and son of many disappeared men. I would like for those disappearances to be addressed as a matter of urgency, because the torture it is creating for the people left behind cannot be underestimated.
Agnes Callamard there joining us, UN Special Rapporteur. Thank you very much for joining us.
This is satellite media. We are looking at a whole lot of things here. One has to do with shutting down BiAFRA office in Finland. The second one has to do with what I'm seeing here, that Simon Ekpa have gotten the mandate of over 50 million Biafrans to govern them. Of course, you understand that even the Simon Ekpa's lawyer has spoken recently about Simon Ekpa's captivity, and that Simon Ekpa is an innocent person. But let me just get your reaction, immediate reaction first.
You see, Mr. Parademi Okokonde, you see, coming to the Biafran issue or Simon Ekpa issue, Nnamdi issue, it has entered the stage of Amakeme, Amakeku. Amakeme, Amakeku. Now, looking at the issue of things, we are almost getting to the cross line to win the prize. And because of what is happening, Simon Ekpa absent, Nnamdi Kanu absent, and it seems that the cross line have shifted front. The line to cross for the prize have shifted front a bit again. Had it been Simon Ekpa is out, everything will have been normalized. Things will be okay. And Ogenkere shutting down Biafran liaison office in Finland. This is show you that he is a man having the authority now in the absence of Simon Ekpa. Let us be sincere. Let us look what is on the ground. What is happening now to justify whom is whom.
No, we are not looking at who is who here. We are looking at the justification behind shutting down the office, whether he has the authority.
Yes, he has the authority because he is acting prime minister. According to the election, the governing body in Biafran government in exile did, or the CRC, conflict reconciliation committee did, which they call the opposition party to come and follow to join the election. The opposition party said no, they're not coming. They refused to come. After the election, CRC still call opposition party, Ogenkere still call opposition party, come, let us sit down around table for reconciliation. Opposition party said no. And as far as the mantle, according to the election, are given to Ogenkere, Ogenkere have right to shut that liaison office. As of today, he has right until Simon Ekpa is out. Now, and if you look at it, that liaison office, there's no good information coming again. Since there was a division in that liaison office, the person that handled that liaison office is not working with Biafran government in exile. He want to, I think, he may be or trying to be in the camp of the opposition, and you cannot be in the camp of the opposition using my property against me. This is why Ogenkere shut it down. And as Ogenkere shut it down, nobody have ever opposed him or go to court to say and go and shut. Why did he shut it down? Because they knew that he has a right to shut it down.
Okay, now let us look at Ogenkere accusing or rather alleging that Bianco Dugu played a pivotal role in Simon Ekpa's case.
Yes. Yes. Not only Bianco Dugu, even the people are in the opposition now. Most of them play that vital role. So that what is happening now will be happening. And you know, Simon Ekpa said, after the declaration of Biafra, it doesn't end there. After the declaration of Biafra, you have to defend it. When you defend it, there's a stage you defend it rich before you have recognition of other countries. You cannot declare restoration of Biafra and start having recognition immediately. You have to prove that what you declare, you can be able to handle it. They want to prove that the foundation you lay, you are able to build that building. There's a place you build that building rich that they come and help you to finish it up. That's what that means. And it was men on the ground was on the side of Ogenkere to defend this restoration of Biafran declaration. I think you understand how it's going. So,
but what you're saying, is it not speculative? Is this something you have a good authority or you have evidence to elaborate it?
Evidence to elaborate is on the chart. It's on the chart. And the Biafran government in exile are the father or mother parents to United States of Biafra. Now, it was the government in Biafra government in exile have to nurture, have to breastfeed United States of Biafra to grow up. How are they going to feed it to grow up? Is to defend the land. When you defend the land, people recognize you, then United States of Biafra will come to exist fully as a nation. Okay,
now let me bring you back home.
Okay.
To Nigeria here.
Okay. Okay.
Recently,
before, am I in abroad? I'm
recently, the man, Senator Nnamdi, celebrated his 70th birthday. Of course, it was the Abia State government that hosted him. And in the course of that celebration, the Senate President, Gozi Akpabio, was there. And he did say that, or rather, this said that Senator Nnamdi is a man who is ready to die for Nnamdi. Remember that Senator Nnamdi was the one that stood shorty for Nnamdi in the past, staking $100 million naira. And he have even said it recently that he's ready to do it again if the party provides itself.
You see, let us be sincere on what we are saying. Senator Enyina Baribe have tried a lot for Biafra, for Nnamdi Kanu. In the past, he have tried a lot. Even when Buhari said that Biafra is dots, Enyina Baribe came out and wear dots on his clothes to prove that he is Biafra. But along the line, things fall apart. Along the line, it looks, or it seems, or exactly, Enyina Baribe is playing a hypocrite's role. Biafra in the day, Nigeria in the night.
These are big allegations.
Not big allegation. This is why Enyina Baribe fall apart with Biafran fans, with true Biafrans. Look, let me tell you, no politician in Biafra land you can trust in the case of Biafra liberation. Don't trust them. They can be good today, tomorrow they turn around. I'm telling you honestly. They can be good today, tomorrow they turn around. Therefore, no politician in Nigeria, Biafran politician, whether South-South, whether South-East, I trust. As far as the Biafra causes, there. Okay, this Abaribe Enyina, I congratulate him for 70 years birthday. God will give him more days and more life to live. And I pray also that every spirit of hypocrisy in him, God should remove it away in the name of our Lord Jesus.
But you are trying to blackmail him.
I'm not blaspheming him. This is what I'm just analyzing.
Well, you don't have any evidence to prove what you are saying.
I'm just okay. I don't have any evidence to prove what I'm saying.
Then hold your peace.
But no, according to what you said. Now, Enyina Baribe, if he love Nnamdi Kanu, love Biafra, why should he go to Finland to against Simon Ekpa? And Simon Ekpa is in the same cause of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra, and himself in the same cause of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Then why did he go to Finland against? It was speculated. I did not follow him. I'm not in Finland. But it was,
you are not sure.
Excuse me, it was speculated. And as it was speculated, he have heard it. Why can't he come out and debunk it or defend himself?
If you are saying it was speculated.
What a wonderful question, the anchor of this good platform. First and foremost, I want to say, Simon Ekpa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold for a second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojogun fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Nnamdi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Edigbo and that of the Southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Simon Ekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit To me, it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now, let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Simon Ekpa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible. And when the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also to the government, to the Nigerian government, be worried about it. Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Simon Ekpa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? For a particular tribe, for a major tribe to exit your country, you know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. That means the Hausa man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. And eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Yoruba man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we don't know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angwabula said, he said they are not scared of the Igbos exiting Nigerians. That